Dice is on the beat.
Hi, everybody. This is your host, Pascal Maya from the podcast Too Good to Be True podcast. I'm your host, Pascal Mayada. Today, we are talking about WrestleMania Night 1 recap. And I gotta say this for all my WrestleMania that I watched as a kid, as a teenager, and as an adult, this WrestleMania Night 1 is probably the worst WrestleMania I ever seen in my life. And before we get all the detail, I just want to say this. As much that people like night one WrestleMania, two night of WrestleMania, I wasn't a fan of it. And still not a fan of it. And it feel like that WrestleMania, it's like a how can I say this? It's not really like a special show anymore. It's just like another show you watch. I'm not the only one who feel that. I see a lot of people on YouTube who does their YouTube content say this that it doesn't feel like a WrestleMania, and you damn right it does not feel like one, especially for the main event. That I'm not gonna, we're not gonna do like other podcasts reviewing like the moves, blah 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 blah, something like that. Probably it's gonna be a short one. Probably it's gonna be a long one. I don't know. I don't know how much time I'm gonna do, but I will say this. Is the worst WrestleMania night one I've ever seen. With exception of one match that I will give you, that we'll talk about later. But the rest of the show, um, you know, it's not, it's not, I can say this. It's not one of their best night one I've ever seen in my life. If you like this podcast, um, I go on my YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel to go to the True Podcast, like, notify, leave your comment on my videos, subscribe, and I need a lot of subscription on my podcast, and uh, and also listen to this podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, um, Spotify. And that being said, let's go. Our night one, we're gonna talk about the tag team between IShowSpeed and Division versus LA Knight and the Usos. Pretty much a a short match, like we a lot of people expected. Not so much, but I thought IShowSpeed did pretty good. He did pretty good on the match. And I don't have a problem with IShowSpeed. That guy got a lot of followers, especially in his young age. And I think he will continue to grow. I support him. I will support him. I support him, even though I never met him. I don't follow him that much, but I will support him. And that was a great win for the Uso and LA Knight. Finally, LA Knight won something in the PLE. And after that they won, Logan Paul screamed at IShowSpeed, knock him out, put him on the table. Then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was LA Knight or the Uso attacked Logan Paul, put him on the table, and what we saw is um IShowSpeed going on top on the rope, and did a splash and broke the table at the Spanish table. Short match, but it needed to supposed to be like that. A short match, on so forth. But great win for Uso and LA Knight. So next match is the uh Jacob unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. I thought they had a pretty good match. It's an unsanctioned match. If you don't know what is an unsanctioned match, it's a how you say it, a street extreme rule match. Anything goes. There was a moment ago that when and I always love this. And there's a moment in the match that Drew McIntyre asked. I believe that was his brother. Yeah, that his brother got asked to give his phone. Making video. This is funny. I mean, he was so bored. He did a video on it. Video. I don't know. I don't know. Did he put it on? I don't know. I didn't. I don't. I don't. I didn't see his uh, Instagram. Did he? I wonder if they put it on Instagram or on social media. If anybody know if they put it on social media, can you uh, comment it on my video? If he did, he was bored. He was making selfie. I thought that was a cool moment. But that was a important win for Jacob Fatu. I mean, he needed that. He needed that. He needed that. The victory. Like I said, for people, I'm recording this, but if you think I'll give you detail about match, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not really an expert on doing the analytic, and that's not my thing. But uh, it is what it is. I'm not good at it, so I just give you the result of the match. So Jacob Fatu won the match. So congratulations. Next match, you got the women tag team WWE Women Tag Team Championship. You got Bayley and Lyra Vaqueria, Charlatan and Alexa Bliss, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, and the Bella Twin. Actually, there was a moment, cool moment during the entrance. Alexa Bliss giving a tribute to the late great Bray Wyatt, and I love it. I loved it. Even the Nia Jack and Last Legend give a tribute to Demolition. They got just inducted to the Hall of Fame. Finally, they got inducted. That's a pretty homage. The Bella Twins. Nikki Bella did not came back, and he has been replaced by none other than the return of Paige. Oh yeah, it's been, I believe, like 5+ years. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think it was 5+ years, 6, 7 years. I don't know how many years that she left the company, but it was great to see Paige back. It was it's great to see them Paige coming back, help replacing Nikki Bella. The match itself is pretty much boring. The match pretty much was boring. Out in the moment to see Paige tag in, and that's where the people were into it. was very into it to Paige. She came back and she pretty much won the tag team championship. Next match is um, the Intercontinental Champion between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. If you saw the entrance of the band, I don't know what the band is. I forgot. It seems like they were lip syncing. Who I believe they were lip singing. My bad. On Becky Lynch songs. Yeah, and yeah, and it was terrible. AJ Lee's entrance. You see a ton with the kids dancing. Dancing. That was a cool moment, and I thought the match was solid. And we seen Jessica Carr involved. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with Jessica Carr being refereeing the match. And I thought it was a solid match. Great win for Becky Lynch. And you know, I know AJ Lee probably not gonna come back. She probably gonna take a time off. Becky Lynch, on the other hand, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they're gonna um do something a program. But I wish they did a program with Jessica Carr. And I did my research on Jessica Carr that I didn't know she was a wrestler before refereeing. She was a wrestler, so it probably going to be interesting. What's next for Becky Lynch? I would love to see Jessica Carr get into a ring against the Becky Lynch, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if what's next for Becky Lynch. Next match, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. That has to be probably the best match. Yes, the best match. Like I said in my previous in the beginning, that even though night one sucked, there's one match that I enjoyed. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Great win for Gunther, and got a little bit of help. But the return of Braun Breaker. Yes, Braun Breaker return not like in ring shape, in good health, speared Seth Rollins not once but twice. The second one was pretty much damn long. Like he ran 75 yards from the end from the on top of the WrestleMania set to down. Give him a probably one of the weird spear I ever seen in my life. But heck, what do you want him to do? Because I think that ramp, it can slide. It's pretty much slippery if I'm not mistaken. So I think he has to be careful. So thank God he was careful with it. Next match is the women's champion, I believe. The world women's world title between Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan. I gotta say this. Um, the entrance of Liv Morgan. I know she did a video clip called Trouble. If you haven't seen it, I'm probably gonna link it after I record this. I'm probably gonna link it. Put it on the description, or you can watch it yourself. But if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna put the link on the um on my on the description of a description. Stephanie Vaquer got her a new entrance song, which is kind of still weird. The match itself was too short, and let me say this: I thought their feud. The build up to their feud, I thought it was pretty good, but their match was too short, and we seen a lot of interference of Roxanne Perez, uh, Rachel Rodriguez, and Victor for Liv Morgan, Victor for Liv Morgan over Stephanie Vaquer. I don't know where Stephanie Vaquer goes for now. I don't know. And I know Liv Morgan is the champion. Probably they're gonna do a feud in the near future between Raquel Rodriguez or Roxanne Perez, in probably in the Money in the Bank. If I could predict, which I don't do much prediction in WWE, I think Roxanne Perez gonna with the Money in the Bank, cash in on the Liv Morgan, and probably win the title. With Stephanie Vaquer, I'll say this: she's a hell of a wrestler, but her title reign is really underwhelming. Not her fault; it's the WWE fault. Her title was really underwhelming, and the match that she had in a feud is Nikki Bella. I'm sorry, it was very underwhelming for that. The main event. But before we talk about the main event, let's just talk about John Cena because John Cena was the host, and he kept John Cena. Um, and I should have do it in the beginning that he said that we would never see him with a t-shirt and a short again, and Hobie thought it was true. He came out in a suit, ran into the ramp, was pretty much choked up, but he kept his speech. When the second time John Cena came out, he was given the number attended that the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. How many people were in Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas? I think like 50,000 people. I don't know. I don't know how much is it? Like 50,000 people. I forgot the number. And all of a sudden, we see Bianca Belair. She's back. Oh, that we thought she came back. She made an announcement in the ring that she is pregnant with Montefort, which and which is great, but also is sad because the SmackDown roster need a lot of women. So it's pretty sad that we're not going to see her back. And I don't know what the update with her finger was. I don't know, but we will say it is congratulations to Bianca Belair because wrestling is something you do. It's not what you're going to always do. Build a family is pretty great. So congratulations to Bianca, and she has a lot of common with Naomi. Both of them are pregnant. That's the only thing I can say is they're pregnant. So congratulations. Main event. Let's talk about the main event. Let's start with Cody Rhodes entrance, which is I thought I thought it was pretty cool. Last year I didn't understand his entrance with the motorcycle thing. I didn't understand, but this year I understand. So if you haven't seen it, they show four mannequin on stage. One he wore his debut in the WWE. The second one when he was a dashing Cody Rhodes. Third one he was when he was Stardust, and the fourth one when he came back to the company in 2000. I believe it was 2024. I'm sorry, 2022. And when he rises up to the stage to the stage, We see a gold mask, which is pretty cool. I gotta admit that. Um, it was pretty cool to see it. Randy Orton came with his entrance. Pat McAfee. Oh yes, I didn't forget about Pat McAfee. Yep, Pat McAfee wasn't in Randy's corner, and we saw what we saw on what we saw. Pat McAfee tried to talking shit of Cody Rhodes and you know Randy Orton attack and so on and so forth. Cody Rhodes put Pat McAfee on the table, and all of a sudden, who do we see? Who do we see? Jelly Roll. Oh yeah, Jelly Roll. He went up to the table and made a elbow on the table on Pat McAfee, and he stretched out. The match continued. We see all the escalation. The referee get a bump. Pat McAfee comes back, try to pin 1, 2, and he got a 2. So I'm not gonna give a lot of detail. Remember, I'm not giving all the detail. And everybody was shocked. Randy already given RKO to Pat McAfee because he was useless. Cody Rhodes doing like he does and give his finisher move, and Cody retained the title. And all of a sudden, Randy Orton attacked Pat McAfee, attacked Cody Rhodes, and he gave a punt in the head. And I also forgot that Randy Orton was bloody in the match. So does Cody. He gave Cody Rhodes, he potted Cody Rhodes in the head. And, that's how it ended the show. Like I said, the match, night one, it sucked. The main event sucked. And here's the issue with this WrestleMania, with night one. Some of those matches were short. They were not even 10 minutes. Like the Stephanie Vaquer with the Liv Morgan was short. The women's tag team was short. The longest match we had is the main event. So that tell you what we a lot of people get angry about this WrestleMania, and I don't blame them. Thank God I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. I saw the highlight of it. I wasn't too thrilled. It doesn't feel like a WrestleMania. It doesn't feel anything like a WrestleMania like it used to. It's just a regular show. And not only that, I heard a lot of people were complaining that they have more ads than actual matches and promo. Actually, the video package, and that is sad. What TKO is doing is very greed. Yeah, I would say this. Yeah, greed. So I don't think what I don't blame the people who are not happy to see this. The people who review who are diehard wrestling fan, like I don't do a wrestling review, but who does wrestling review can see this say that WrestleMania night one suck. I don't blame people like that. So I don't know. I don't know. We're going to. I don't know. I hope night two getting better. I know it's Monday. I'm recording this on Monday morning. WrestleMania night two started. So I will do tomorrow. Tuesday morning, recording Tuesday morning when I am night two of WrestleMania. But this is unacceptable. You got your biggest, year of WrestleMania, that's considered the Super Bowl, and you give this crap short match. I don't know. And I understand I'm not that angry because people are sleeping, but I'm very angry. So I hope night two gets better. Um, and I said this. I'm gonna record this night two on Tuesday morning. Um, if you if you like this YouTube channel, this podcast, make sure to subscribe, like, notify, leave your comment on my video on Too Good to Be True podcast. Listen to Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcast. Follow me on social media on X, formerly Twitter, Belly with a PM, and I got a new uh, 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 X account. Is Pascal Mayal 613. So you're gonna see it on the link of the video. Um, Follow me at Thread, Facebook, Pascal Mayala. Like I said, Instagram, Pascal underscore Mayala underscore 15. That being said, thank you, and I'll see you next time.